I've been ready for this. So I want to talk briefly. President Paul Biya put out a communique yesterday. You realize that when we started on Facebook, because I told you we've been on YouTube for about 6 months, when we started on Facebook, you realize I've been responding to every comment. My team and I, we've been responding to every comment, at least to let you know that we care. A good leader should do that. I've put out my number so you guys can call. And all of you guys that have reached out to me on WhatsApp, you know I do respond. That is the new kind of leaders that we need in this 21st century. Not leaders that do not respond. I want to let you guys know, I don't put my hand on anything and it fails. You want to follow people with bad luck, it's up to you. You want to follow people with flawed plans, it's up to you. You want to follow illiterates with doctorate degrees behind their names, it's up to you. Right here, we mean business. If you separate from that nation, you will suffer. And I will teach this in a subsequent video. But I want to let you know, if you separate from French-speaking Cameroonians, we will suffer in the hands of our people. Our people are more wicked than French-speaking Cameroonians. I guarantee you that. I've researched this and I will tell you why. Our people are more wicked because it's rooted in their DNA. And that is what we want to do in this generation, is to uproot that wickedness so that it doesn't transfer to the next generation. And when people are above 40, there's a saying, a fool at 40 is a fool forever. Some people are fixed already and set in their ways, and change cannot penetrate them. If you haven't had a growth mindset to the age of 40, there's no way for you to progress in life. It's just so hard. But if you've had a growth mindset, then you can be able to progress or receive new ideas. That's why if you are not flexible and you start fighting me right now, you're not keeping an open mind. Like, oh, why is he saying the things he's saying? I've been ready for this. So I want to talk briefly. President Paul Biya put out a communique yesterday. You realize that when we started on Facebook, because I told you we've been on YouTube for about 6 months, when we started on Facebook, you realize I've been responding to every comment. My team and I, we've been responding to every comment, at least to let you know that we care. A good leader should do that. I've put out my number so you guys can call. And all of you guys that have reached out to me on WhatsApp, you know I do respond. That is the new kind of leaders that we need in this 21st century. Not leaders that do not respond. So whether you're in business, in politics, in business, in ministry or family, communication is very important. Some people think, oh, when that person doesn't respond, they don't communicate with you, you value them more. And we got to change that mindset. If a leader doesn't communicate with you, doesn't engage with you, doesn't respond to you, leave them alone. They can't lead you. They don't care about your life. They don't care about your family. They don't care about your well-being. All they care about is their career. So that is the new kind of leaders. That's why you see Elon Musk is on all social media platforms talking, engaging. Just because he did that, Tesla has sold more vehicles than if he was sitting in a vacuum. You will realize that Jeff Bezos noticed this and started getting on social media. Because the new kind of leaders that are emerging today, they are not the kind of leaders that will just sit in a corner and give order. I'm glad that President Paul Biya put out a communique after this group of people were killed in Cameroon. I'm glad that he did that. I'm glad that he did that. That is effective leadership. And you don't take that for granted. If a leader communicates with you, don't waste their time. Come up with questions and get straight to the point. When I'm responding to you guys, get straight to the point. What is your question? What are you not clear about? If you knew the answer, you should have fixed this problem. If I show up with a solution, ask question. That is how we grow. Our nation should be one. We should have a trend of thought that people can look at and say, no, these are Cameroonians, this is how they behave, this is how they think, this is how they act. It is very important that we have that consistency as a nation. If everybody has their own idea, we are designed for chaos. And I know why this is happening. I'm going to help educate us so that together we can grow. Do you understand what I'm saying? So Communication is very vital. So one thing that I want to let you guys know today, all the young people growing up today in Cameroon, is that the number one thing when it comes to leadership, you say it's influence, right? Influencing people. But I think it's more than that. You see, so leadership is influence. Yes, you got to be able to influence people to move to a certain direction, to grow, to progress. So, but the number one thing is courage, right? Courage. I go courage. Yes, vision is important, integrity, stability, consistency, communication, and the ability to withstand pressure. It's very, very important that you understand all of these characteristics of leadership. But the most important thing when it comes to leadership is courage. What I'm doing here is courageous. To stand up in the midst of chaos and speak up and say, this is wrong. This kind of approach after studying, not just challenging the status quo or challenging people, but studying. If you go look at my videos for the past 6 months, even after my father-in-law and my family has been hurt by Ambazonia, I did not pick up anger or say, oh, maybe I'll kill all these boys. I'm like, I would have chosen that direction. But I know that most of these Amba boys are being misled. They are being misled by these people who have twisted history. They've said they colonized us. They've said they infiltrated our territory and took our resources. They've denounced 11 February, a day dedicated for youth. It's a plebiscite day, but it has been dedicated for the youth so that they can believe and dream that they too can become something tomorrow. This day, they are assassinating this day from us, from the youth. So it's courage. And every young Cameroonians, I encourage you guys to have courage. Even right under my video, when these people come on, I know there are many people for this movement right now than the people who are against. When they come write their lousy comments, fight them, challenge them. Go under that comment and tell them, because most of them are so ignorant. They come into my inbox, I ask them questions, they cannot answer one. So when they're writing there, just look at them. I just laugh right now. But they've come to my inbox. The questions I've asked them, none of them have been able to answer one about the history or the independence they are fighting for. How can you be this ignorant and you want me to follow you? The number one thing for leaders, like I've said, I talk about courage, but you have to get a vision, right? You got to get vision. Like I'm talking about 20 years plan right here because it's a vision. It's a vision for our nation. But if you look at it, they are trying to say, let me follow a vision that is this blood. There's no leadership. Everybody's confused. But the fact that we share this idea of marginalization, so I should join you. Join you for what? Into what? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Don't just follow people blindly. Everybody around the world is marginalized in some form. Women are marginalized. Children are marginalized. The people in Canberra are marginalized. Everybody is marginalized. But if you would want to lead a movement to free people out of marginalization, you should be following someone that can show you a concrete plan. And you can trust that through this movement, people will not die. They cite the children of Israel. How many died when God was bringing them out of Egypt? How many? None. So when you use these Bible phrases, you should understand what that means. When God is involved, people don't die. God brings them out safely. Do you understand what I'm saying? We've read that Bible cover to cover, and we know what is in the book and why God wrote the book. So don't get twisted with this. There's no Bible phrase that you can use to justify this. I've read the whole of that book. There's no Bible phrase that you can use to justify what is happening in Cameroon. God is not for this. And I want to be very clear with that. The earlier you guys stand up and start denouncing this, because you will remember what I'm doing here. And you will regret this. Your comments are everywhere on Facebook. And you are supporting the war. You can hide behind a mask or you don't want to put out your face. But I want to let you know, you will regret everything that you're doing. Trust me. Trust me, you will regret what you're doing. So it's courage. You have to have the courage, young people. Courage to speak truth to ignorant people. You need to have integrity, of which most of them do not have. Integrity. That is what you say, what you do, and what you think should be consistent. What you think in your mind, what you say with your mouth, and the kind of actions you take should be consistent. That is integrity. So Stability. Can I trust you? Are you stable? Will you start one story and then you jump to the next based on how the environment suits your narrative? You change the story. Consistency. We started with the teachers and lawyers, and we trust that that process is going to start from where we saw it to the end, and the teachers achieve their objectives. You guys twist it, shift it, move it to the next direction, and all of a sudden everybody's following you. People, wake up. Wake up. Now, communication. Are you guys communicating? You got to communicate if you're a leader. You got to communicate. And that's what is very important. And pressure. You have to be able to withstand pressure and not be moved. And I want to let you guys know, there is no way for these people to succeed with their mission. And so the only thing they'll be doing right now is killing you guys. They will just be killing you guys right now. And the earlier you start denouncing these things on social media, and know they've threatened you, because that is their strategy. That is how the devil operates. First of all, is to shut everybody's mouth up, like, don't talk. If you talk, we'll kill you, we'll come assassinate you. That is what they are doing. If your cause is a just cause, you should be able to defend it by producing results. And it should not be by killing your own people. All those people you went destroyed in Cameroon, are they Francophone soldiers? Are they the government? They are your people that you killed. It's a shame, and the whole world is watching you. But before this year ends, and that is why we denounced the war yesterday. So if you're a young person and you're still thinking that we are fighting the Ambazonia war, it is finished. The Ambazonia war is over. Anything else that is existing right now is not a war that you guys are fighting. It's something else. Yes, after analyzing this case for the past 6 months, there is no rationality in this. The war is over. So, and you got to be able to withstand pressure. Like I've said, it's very, very important that you understand this. Courage, vision, integrity, stability, consistency, communication, pressure, and you understand all of this. If you will lead in politics, you need to understand leadership. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, what is leadership? A great leader is someone that desires to see the person to their left, the person to their right become better. That is a good leader. Again, I repeat that. A good leader is someone that desires to see the person on their right or the person on their left be better. That the quality of your life is enhanced. That you can achieve your dreams. That you can be a better human being. That you can be an upright human being. That is what a leader should desire for you. If I end up killing you in the process, then I do not want the best for you. I don't desire the best for you. A leader should desire everyone around them to rise. Rise and be better. So, I hope this makes sense, and this is what is going to make you young people be a great leader. This is what is going to help you be an upright human being. Carve a compelling path for your own future. Don't live by other people's idea. A 93-year-old man called Gojin Dinka, he's old right now and cannot achieve his vision. You need a fresh vision for your life. And this is what I am creating here with us. The Cameroon Dream is the vision. CSDP, the Cameroon Sustainable Development Project, is our organization. That is what we are embarking on in this generation. In the next 20 years, we will still be strong and healthy to see that become a reality. Gojin Dinka is old, his time is gone, and so that vision has to go away. The Ambazonia idea has to go away. It goes with the old generation. This new generation of people are carving a compelling path for themselves. Do you see how flawed the idea is? Have you ever taken the time to study it? Please do that. Do that. I love you guys so much, and until next time, stay blessed. All right, if you like this video, you're gonna like this other episode, and you can watch it by clicking right here.